Hey everybody, and welcome back to my art adventures. So on this video, I've actually made an extended video, if you will. So the first part, you're going to see me take these cute little wood cutouts of leaves that have little hole at the top so I can put the twine in there. They'll be cute little decorations to hang from various spaces, not just like, say, a tree or whatever. So come along with me as I cover these and enjoy the fun, soothing time that this is. It really doesn't take that long to cover the 8 leaves. It was like 30 seconds per leaf if I were to just post the first video. But then I extended that to show off the iridescent orange that you saw me show off at the beginning of my video. That is going to be added to create like the veins on the leaves, like what a maple leaf might look like out in the wild. So these are really cute and adorable, and when these are dried, I will definitely post a short for you all to see them and how that orange popped so beautifully. I really love this new paint that I found. I was out shopping this weekend and came across this, and of course, you know, there was a nice deal, so I said, well, I'll go out of my normal paint zone and try something new. I find that this paint is really easy to work with. A little will go a long way. I even thinned it out with some water. Not too much though, because you really don't want to make your wood piece warp, because that is a concern. However, you can bend them back when they're completely dry. Another thing I want to point out is the popsicle stick that I'm using. I not only use that to mix my paint, thin it out, add my pouring medium, because it has a satin shine to it when it dries, and that's the effect I want. But the popsicle stick is such a great way to spread a little bit of paint a long way and get an even coat and a smooth coverage. Whereas I find if you're doing so with a brush, you're going to end up leaving the brush marks, which isn't necessarily a negative thing. However, that's not something I wanted on my personal, project here. So when these dry, again, they're going to be super cutesy. I may go back and embellish a little bit. I bought some gold flakes. I did that on a big 9-inch maple leaf, which you may or may not have seen, depending on which social platform you're viewing me on. And the way that the orange and the reds worked together was gorgeous. I laid down just a couple flakes of the gold on that large leaf, and wow. So I will go back and add some more. I felt that it was definitely worthwhile and worth the little bit of extra cost that would be involved. Because as you all know, art supplies aren't cheap, but we try to be creative as we can, use our imagination, and just really have fun with the adventure along the way. That's the best thing I can always recommend to everybody, is just have fun. So I am getting to the point where I'm going to complete the first round of these leaves, the first 8. There's only 8 in the pack, and it came with the twine, but I do have extra twine. It is important to have a toothpick near you so you can poke the little hole towards the top so it doesn't get sealed with paint. You can do that as you go or towards the end when you're done adding the paint on side 1, because these are 2-sided. So I'm going to give these a couple days to dry, flip them over, do side 2. And what's nice about it is if there's a little bit of run over from side A to B or B to A, it's honestly not noticeable because I'm using the same color. And when I do side 2 or side B, I will also add those orange accents as well. It's an orange luminescent like paint that is just awesome. So I'm also looking forward to making more pumpkins. If you've seen my pumpkin patch video or short, those were super duper fun to make. Now my video has moved on to part 2, which is where I am applying that iridescent orange. And in the video, you really cannot see it that clearly, just maybe due to the angle, the lighting. But this is also a paint that I found really pops and makes itself seen once your paints have dried. So it's a very cool thing. You might not know what you're going to get. But I just basically went into each leaf and wanted to add what we would call like the leaf vein, give it some character, as I didn't want these just plain Jane red. So these I may do a couple of gold leaves as well on several of them, because again, I do like that shiny effect, and it sort of is reminiscent of a leaf you might find as you're walking along on a beautiful fall day, and the crispness of it, the beauty of it. So that's what I'm trying to convey. It's never that easy when you're on video, but I do promise you these are gorgeous when they dry. So I will post those again via a short here on YouTube. That way y'all can check them out and see what you think. Maybe offer some creative juices to others. This is a really simple project that I feel anybody could do, and with just minimal products. The cardboard that you see my little cup set on, that's actually from a frozen pizza we had the other night. I just undid it and laid it down. That way I'm not making a mess on my countertop or my tabletop, as I have to be creative with my workspace as well. I do not have an official art room at this time, but I make do, and I'm a happy little bean. So here I'm trying just to show off where I've added the orange. I do go back and off camera sort of pour the leftover I have on some of them and add it to the ends of the leaves, because it adds just a really cool effect. So the orange will meld into the red, and then as you're going through the red, you're going to see where I had painted the orange veins in. So these again, yeah, turned out super duper cute. And at the end of my video, I'm just going to do a picture of each of them to try and show you a better visual of how these turned out and how they'll dry. So I do thank you for coming along on this art adventure. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. Certainly comment. Any feedback is a gift. I would love to see if you like the video, if you like the idea of what I did there. If you have any requests, because I'm open to trying new things out. So hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful week, happy Monday, and may it be a great day for you all. Thank you again. The video will end here shortly when the still photos start rolling. I am almost at the end here with adding these little veins and embellishments, so it really is not that time consuming, which is another thing I love about this art. And you can let it dry. It doesn't take long to dry. It's easy to do. It's affordable. So here go the stills. Thank you again. Have a great day, and I appreciate you following my art adventure with me.